कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Soorpanakhā, a very, very colorful personality who evokes sympathy, karuna rasam in some, disgust, vibhatsa in some, krodham, anger in some, hasyam, happiness in some, is a melange of emotions. While she proposes to Rama and Rama rejects it based on being monogamous in this avataram, and then tells her to approach his brother Lakshmana, and when rejected even by Lakshmana, she vows, she pledges to kill Sita and eat her flesh. Rama advises Lakshmana to stop her and teach her a lesson. Imam virupamatim atimattam mahodarim rakshasim purusha vyagra virupaitumarhasi. Teach her a lesson. Why? Because even if it is a woman, generally in Sanatana Dharma, woman is to be revered, worshipped, respected. In such a scenario, how could he kill or how could he advise Lakshmana to humiliate a woman? Because when a woman, especially a woman, forgets the basic quality of karuna, vatsalyam, motherhood, she doesn't stay as a human woman. She ought to be killed or punished. It is the same rule that is deployed for Tataka. When Vishwamitra advises Rama to kill Tataka, Rama is reluctant, telling that he doesn't want to hurt a woman, he only wants to respect them. That is when Vishwamitra says, your rule that you have to respect a woman is to be appreciated, but who told you Tataka is a woman? She kills fetuses and eats them up. How can you call this lady without an iota of mercy in her as a woman? Same applies to Soorpanakhā. She says, I will eat up Sita. Has she ever seen Sita? Has she moved with Sita? Does she have a previous grudge or vengeance against Sita? What tells her, coaxes her to say that I will eat Sita? So when this is the act of Soorpanakhā, there has to be a punishment. Now the quantum of punishment is the question, which probably I may not be able to answer. Probably it was a Shastric rule in those days that if you try to hurt the other person or kill the other person and promise to eat up the other person, then you will have to face this humiliation. Rama says, Imam virupamasatim atimattam mahodarim rakshasim purusha vyagra virupaitumar. So teach them a lesson. Now Lakshmana, who understands Rama's command, rushes. He in fact goes ahead of Soorpanakhā, takes his arrow and chops off her nose and ears. Ityukto Lakshmanastasyaha krudho Ramasya pashyatah udhritya khadgam chichera karnana se mahabalaha. So her nose When I say nose, some part of it was damaged. Her ears were also damaged. So entire organ was not taken, but it was damaged. So when there is a damage, especially to the nose, how could she go and even speak? It will pain. The more you speak and stress, the blood will ooze. It will not clot. How did she speak? $1 million question. But she goes to her brothers who are Kara, Dushana and Trishiras in Janasthana. And she speaks in detail about the valor of Rama and Lakshmana. She knows how to instigate her half-brothers. If she tells that I had to propose to him, he rejected, they will ask, why did you go and propose? So she in turn said, I saw these men of great valor. I have never seen any man fight so fiercely. And then she also adds to that little beauty related attributes of Rama and Lakshmana. The shloka goes like this. Tarunau, both of them are very young. Rupa Sampannau, they have such captivating appearances, forms. Tarunau, Rupa Sampannau, it is all Dvivachanam, dual. Sukumarau, very young. Mahabalau, very powerful. Pundarika Vishalakshau, their eyes look like the petals of a newly blossomed lotus. Pundarika Vishalakshau, Chira Krishna Jinambarau, they are sporting Balkalam, the forest dress, and Krishna Jinambarau, they are also sporting the deer's hide, skin. That was very common for the rishis to do. She describes. So she describes about the beauty of Rama and Lakshmana and majorly about their valor. I told you earlier, this is the shloka of Valmiki. Valmiki has to convey the fact, the incident. But if you chop somebody's nose, how could speaking be so easy? Because when we speak any language, especially in Indian language, we may utter many words, many letters that uses the nose. There is a nasal twang to it. Twang. Can you see? I am using that sound from my nose. Language. It comes from here. Every Indian language, English is a language of 26 letters. Imagine 200 plus letters in our Indian languages. Plentitude of words that use the nose. But our nose are chopped off. So, in the 16th century, the great poet called Narayana Bhattathiri gave a very short poem. It was called Soorpanakhā Pralāpam. So Soorpanakhā goes and laments to her brothers. Soorpanakhā Pralāpam. He also calls it Nira Anunasika Grantham, Bandham or Grantham. Anunasikam, Niranunasikam. It doesn't, this entire poem doesn't use letters or words that are deployed through the nose. Because her nose is damaged, she is avoiding those letters. Now I will read out one shlokam just to give you a sample how this shlokam looks. Dvau gotre sapta saptirapi cha dasharathat khyada vritrari sakhya jato svita prabhavadascha kushika suta dapti divyastra jalo apyadau tataka sukrita valamashgat gatra sakhyadulabhyair astrairvadaghate kratu vihitamidastadohi balyepi leelaha. If you have seen how I have recited this shloka, not one letter I used my nose. So this entire Prabandham by Narayana Bhattathiri in Sanskrit that talks about the soliloquy, the lamentation of Soorpanakhā to her brothers does not deploy even a single letter that uses the nose. So our poets have thought and refashioned Ramayana in multiple ways that actually amaze us today. Now, she says, Tarunau Rupa Sampannau Sukumarau Mahabalau Pundarika Vishalakshau Chira Krishna Jinambarau. Then she says, she shouts, she says, Tasyascha Anuja Vrityayastoscha Hayatoraham Saphenam Patumichami Rudhiram Ranamurdhani. I want to see the blood of those two brothers gushing out. inclusive of that woman, that wretched woman, has been the cause of my agony, my dear brothers Khara, Dushana and Trishiras. Kill those two men and women and I should see the blood gushing out of them, he says. Then Lakshmana is told by Rama. Rama says, Lakshmana, this lady came, proposed, things happened and she went. In my understanding of human behavior, she doesn't seem like a lady who will leave it like this. She is an injured demoness. She will assuredly take revenge for what has happened now. You should always stand by Sita. Do not leave her. This command comes so early. Muhurtam bhava saumitre Sitayaha pratyanantaraha imanasya vadhishyami padavimāgataniha. The moment he says this and Lakshmana accepts it, then come a set of 14 demons. First 14 people came. The moment those 14 people come, Rama asks, why have you come? You are not involved in what happened here. Why do you want to waste your energy fighting? What is that which you will gain by fighting we the hermits who are completely dependent on the fruits and tubers that we get here? Phalamula shanau dantau tapasau brahmacharinau vasantau dandakaranye kimartham upahimsatha. In this Dandakaranya, what is that you are going to gain by fighting us or killing us? Now, the Rakshasas look at Rama and say, you should not be asking questions to us. And look at him. The Rakshasas are talking amongst themselves. What arrogance this man has got to stand single-handedly with one bow. Kahite shakti rekasya bahunam ranamurdhani asmakam agratasthatum kim punaryoktum dhruta mahave. Then Soorpanakhā, she says, 14 brothers, 14 Rakshasas, go and fight. Go and fight. This man will keep talking, go and fight. Asahaya Shura Anapaya Sahasa. Rama manages to kill all 14 of them. Soorpanakhā now goes back to Janasthana. She has been watching all of this. She goes back to Janasthana. She tells, my dear brother, these two men are no normal men. 14 people you sent, like how a mosquito or a fly is crushed between fingers, these two men have crushed our people. You have to send a larger group, a very stronger group, and need be you, Dushana and Trishiras have to go. After she said this, she also said, you have to go and kill those two men. If you are not able to, don't come back to Janasthana. You are unfit to stay in Janasthana, don't come here. Apayahi Janasthana tvaritaha saha bandhavaha jahitvam samare mudhan yatatu kulapamsana manushau tauna shaktoshi hantum vairama lakshmanao nissattvasya alpaviryasya vasaste kidrishastviha. Khara, Dushana and Trishiras are motivated by this talk of Soorpanakhā. They start marching towards that particular arena where they have to fight Rama. One of the biggest battles that we are going to see where Rama is going to take part. What happened next? Next episode.
Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.